Hi, I'm Sean Hammond with PremierGuitar.com. We're at the 2011 New York Amp Show at the Freakish Blues booth. We just heard from Renee here on guitar. We've got Ken here who's going to tell us about 3 new pedals you guys have.
All right, thanks. The first pedal that we have is the Davey Knowles Chubb Octave Fuzz. It switches in and out of the fuzz, so you can fuzz on and then you can switch in and out to the octave up on it.
And this is what we just heard on the intro.
Yes, and it got the thin and fat switch. The fat makes it fat, and the thin, like, you can cut through, so, you know, if you're in the band, whatever. And it's really harmonic, and the light picking, you know, the octave up really comes out. And you can see it now. We play a little bit. Just does Hendrix to a T right there.
Now, for people who don't know who Davey Knowles is, he's a great young British blues kid, up and coming.
With, Warren Haynes, he opened up for. He played with Jeff Beck a little bit. There's so many bands that he's playing with.
He's a PRS endorser.
Yeah, PRS endorser. He's coming out with a new album now. He's working on it.
Now, what sort of directions or things did he ask for when you guys were working with him on this?
Well, because, you know, like, there's so many situations that he's in. Like I said, you know, David Grisham's playing with, Warren Haynes, Chickenfoot. Like, there's so many bands that he was playing with. He just wanted something so versatile, and he wanted something fat, you know, to get that, like, ZZ Top sound, you know what I mean? That, you know, looking for some touch, that dun, dun, dun. So that's what he wanted, too.
Something he could take and plug into almost any amp and get that sound.
Yeah, his PRS, anything. If he's on, you know, with a Fender, whatever he's playing with. Sometimes he plays for a Marshall, you know, so just...
And are there some other tones you want to show us in that? Because it sounds like looks like there are a lot of options with all those knobs.
Yeah, we'll do the fuzz, and then we'll put in the octave as well. So we'll do that. It's on the thin switch.
Sounds really cool.
We'll go through the fat switch. Just do the clean. Here's a fat switch just on the fuzz side. All right, now I'll put the octave up in there. So up and down the neck, you could hear right there that, you know, the octave really comes out with the harmonics. Now we'll do the thin switch. Nice.
Sounds great.
All
right, so what else we got on here?
We got the M22 Rock Crusher. It's an overdrive, you know, slash distortion. JCM 800 412, like, you know, in a nice little purple box. If you want to get the Van Halen tone AC/DC, you know, late 70s, 80s tones, it's in there. And then you can also get metal, you know, if you want, with the mids and stuff like that. So we'll run through it quick.
Cool, let's hear it.
So that was like the JCM 800 side, and then now we'll do the 412 side right here.
And I should add that we're hearing this through a silver face deluxe reverb. So
Yeah, that was good to add in there.
Yeah.
I haven't said that, so if you're watching before or after, all the pedals went through that. So good side note.
that's awesome.
It's got that clarity to it, you know what I mean? It's like it's Eddie's right there, so it's beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
You know, my partner in Freekish Blues, the designer and engineer, was just like totally stoked with this. And so we're trying to get it out to Eddie. Hopefully he'll grab it. We'll stick it under his mailbox.
Okay, Ken, next up we have the Alpha Drive, which is the signature model for Thaddeus Hogarth we have here, right?
It's the Thaddeus Hogarth signature pedal, the Alpha Drive. It's got the Dumble S tones in it, Larry Carlton, Robin Ford, you know, even Stevie Ray's in there. So, you know, it's a lot of tones in there, cleans up great on the neck. You know, a lot of pedals don't do that. So it's just a great, you know, even if you don't know what like the Dumble tones are or whatever, you don't play through two rocks or whatever, it's just a great overdrive pedal. Like the harmonics are so rich, you know, we'll play for it. I can't sell it. We got to play it. That's gonna.
All right, let's hear it, Thaddeus. Cool. Thaddeus, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you were looking for when you went to these guys on this?
Yeah, sure thing. Well, I mean, I have a couple of two-rock amps that I use as my main rig, and you can't always take them to a gig with you. For whatever reason, it could be just that a backline's provided, or just there's so many logistics involved. So I started working with the folks at Freakish Blues for about 6 months, and I was like, get me the kind of tones that I'm used to in something that I can take and plug into just about any amp and get the kind of tones that I'm used to. And I think they did an amazing job, and they came up with a pedal that is not only just very versatile, sounds great when you plug in through everything. As you can hear, we're plugged into like a deluxe reverb here. But you can plug into a Blues Junior, the thing sounds great, but they also kept it really affordable because, as you know, I'm a working musician. You know, I'm not just doing this for the fun of it. And I really care about musicians, and I really care about my students, and, you know, I'm on the faculty at Berkeley, and I'm like, you got to keep this affordable. Great tones at an affordable price in a very simple package. That was basically, and the guy that designed it is just an amazing, he had worked a lot on different amps that I've had through the years, so it was a great foundation to start off with a pedal that basically replaced every other pedal that I use.
Cool.
In the same category, overdrive.
All right, Thaddeus, so you mentioned how you wanted the pedal, the Alpha Drive, to be really affordable for people. What is the price on that?
Right now it's $168 plus shipping, and that's really competitive. I don't know if you know, but a lot of D-style pedals, you $200, $300, $400, $500, and then you wait for 6 months or whatever. Ken is shipping, and what is it, up to 2 weeks, is it? Weeks, yeah, and I think you're shipping next week. You know, people who buy today at the show, he's shipping next week. So it's keeping the wait time down, and at a $168 plus shipping, which is, I think, just right in the ballpark for the average working musician.
Oh, good deal. Now, we heard you playing on it earlier. Was that your favorite setting or your main setting, or do you want to show us any other sounds?
I can run through real quick. Basically, that was my favorite setting. I usually use it on the rock setting, and now I'm going to switch to the blues setting. Depending on what kind of backline you're given on your gig, the amp might be a little brighter, but the rock blues switch allows you to play a little to get you the actual effect. I'm going to play the same lick. I'm going to switch really quick. So you can see the blues sounds a little smoother, a little warmer, the kind of thing that, maybe the amp that you're playing is not as bright as a Fender Twin or something like that, or maybe it's as bright as a Fender Twin and you want to cut back a little bit on that. The cool thing about the tone control, I think, is that it actually works. As you know, a lot of the overdrive pedals, the tone is, I don't even know why they put it there, but this one definitely gives you a nice range to get dark. As you can see, this is with the tone up all the way. I'm going to turn the tone down now, and you get a little... As you can see, you can get rid of, if your amp is really bright and you have a lot of gnarliness happening, you can actually just dial it out. It makes for a very, very versatile pedal. I'm using a Strat with basic, what am I using in it? This is DiMarzio area noiseless pickups because I don't like the 60 cycle hum, but I usually play regular Strat pickups that I can always find a setting that works for all 5 positions. But it sounds amazing with a humbucker. It's designed for basically Thaddeus with his Strat, and then anyone else who plays any other Strat or any other guitar with humbucking pickups.
Okay, so Thaddeus, now you've got a humbucker-equipped solo-way guitar that you're going to show us how the Alpha Drive sounds with humbuckers.
Sure thing. It has a real singing quality, so it's designed for both the Strat that I was playing before and in this case the solo way with these humbucking pickups. So it sounds sweet in both kinds. All bases covered.
Awesome. Thanks, Thaddeus. Now, Ken, why don't you tell people where they can go to find out more about all these new pedals?
I can go to freakishblues.com, and that's with 2 E's, Freakish. And you'll see on my website there's a phone number. You can call me anytime. Just let me put the kids to bed, and you can call me after that, like 8 o'clock. Hey, Lucia, Nico, Nikki.
All right, Ken, thanks so much. I'm Sean Hammond, and you're watching PremierGuitar.com.